or purpose after retirement or change of vocation. Uncertainty when changing a residence or by choice or by necessity. Uncertainty, bittersweet, a constant of life, lets us know we are alive, and this season brings forth many feelings. All around us, bright lights and merry messages, yet in our heart not all is joyful. There may be a sense of hopelessness. Hopelessness in the face of violence and suffering. Our attempts to try to heal our aching world and ourselves. Hopelessness in witnessing what we have not managed to accomplish. Hopelessness. Bittersweet, for its longing reminds us of our capacity for hope and the human spirit's tenacity and courage that rest deep within each of us as this season brings forth many feelings. All around us, bright lights, merry messages, yet our heart may not be joyful. Perhaps there is loneliness. Loneliness when we find ourselves alone after being long partnered. Loneliness when we are separated from our loved ones. Loneliness when we move to a new community and struggle to find our way. Loneliness that never seems filled even with good company. Loneliness is an ever-present aching in the heart. Loneliness, bittersweet, for it is felt only when we have known connectedness. And this season brings forth many feelings. All around us, bright lights, merry messages. Yet in our heart, not all is joyful. We know grief and pain, anger and regret, hopelessness and loneliness. We know all these feelings. We name them, we live them, for such is the human experience. That love presents us with the possibility of being hurt, or grief, or loss. That connection holds the potential of loneliness and uncertainty. That forgiveness can begin to heal anger and regret. That being alive is a courageous act in which we engage all of our emotions. And this season brings forth many feelings. And so we light a third candle for loss of direction in our life. We're invited to bring to mind any challenges of focusing that you might be experiencing. Difficulty focusing on what is right in front of you. Difficulty trying to ground yourself in your priorities or what you need to accomplish. Difficulty in identifying meaning or purpose in your life. I invite you to reflect on these lights before you. Open yourself to the light not only of these candles, the light within you that guides your heart. guide your faith, ultimately guides. In the Torah book of Exodus, the God of the Jews led Moses and his people through the wilderness for 40 years in search of a new land. During that journey, the Israelites were fearful and lost faith, were angry with their God and with each other. They experienced war and famine and thirst. Moses heard their murmurings, their grumblings, their complaints. And eventually they even turned against Moses, even though he was providing for them. When we have lost our sense of direction, we have lost our sense of who we are, our purposes, life, what grounds us in life. We too can feel fear, sadness, anger. We can be more reactive than reflective in making day-to-day decisions. We can isolate, complain. And we lose a sense of direction. Knowing where we are or where we're headed. Darkness. Questions that seem to stay or persist. We're asked to have faith that there is wisdom and guidance within us, around us, and to trust that wisdom and guidance. No, it is not easy to do when we feel we are in the wilderness. In this time of wilderness, it is essential to take time to listen, to see, to listen for the voice within, to see the many blessings in our lives, and to touch those around us. Feeling the love that persists despite loss. We wait, knowing that we will find our way back to ourselves.
I brought my tree down to the shore, the garland and the silver star, to find my peace and grieve no more, to heal this place inside my heart. On every branch I laid some bread, and hungry birds filled up the sky. They rang like bells around my head. They sang my spirit back to life. One tiny child can change the world. One shining light can show the way through all my tears for what I've lost. There's still my joy for Christmas Day. The snow comes down on empty sand. There's tinsel moonlight on the waves. My soul was lost
The fourth candle is a sign of hope. Hope that the Christmas story offers to all of us. Hope that you will find a path to healing. Body, mind, heart, and spirit. This is our candle of hope. But this is for all of us. We have down in front here candles for each of you. You're invited to come forward and light your own personal candle of hope. If you want Barbara to light a candle for you, you can just raise your hand, or you can come down and light a candle for yourself. Hope. May the lights before you open you up to the possibility of healing, to the resources in your life for that healing, to the people in your life who support your healing, the love of those gathered here this evening.
Please rise as you're willing and able and sing with us Silent Night. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright. Round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant so tender and mild.
peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night, holy night, child of God, love's pure light, radiant beams from thy holy face, with the dawn of redeeming grace. Sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace. During this holiday season, remember to breathe, which means not just breathe, but to pay attention to your breath and your breathing as both a meditation practice and as a way of managing loss, fear, anger, sadness. Create meaning, which means to give thought to what you want this season to mean to you. Listen to the music within you and around you. Listening can prompt us to go inward for reflection. Sing, even if you feel you can't, or hum if you must, a carol that lifts your spirit. Remember, some of the most precious gifts that you have received over the years, and savor those gifts again, as well as people who have been precious in your life. Care for yourself. Your body, mind, and soul need to be taken care of. Such care need not be extravagant, but it should be sufficient to convey to yourself that you matter. Give someone a helping hand, a gift, a kind word. You decide, since you're the giver. Rest by slowing down, taking a nap, changing pace, or lingering over a meal. Rejoice by embracing whatever gives you joy this season of the year. Acknowledge the impact grief is having on your life. Look for ways to honor your late loved one and the significant things you have lost this year. When you're feeling stressed, you might zoom in and zoom out. And I'm not talking about the program Zoom, but do feel free from using Zoom or any social media or TV when you need to for your own self-care. Now, the Zoom I'm referring to is how you focus your attention. Make time to zoom in by being mindful on small moments, lingering on them for a while, and make time to zoom out by considering that one small moment in relation to your life as a whole, or even humanity as a whole, or if you want to take it even further, the universe as a whole. And remember, if you find yourself continuing to struggle, don't keep it inside. Talk to someone, maybe even a pastor or a therapist.
This reading is called Psalm for the Wintered Soul by Cynthia Frado. To the weaver of molecules, the spinner of stars, the impulse that gives birth to the universe, to the earth, to me, to you. In the deepest, darkest night of my wintered soul, I wrap myself in the blanket of my sadness and grief, pain, concern, suffering, and doubt, fear, questions, and look out from my wandering eyes toward the light that dares to penetrate the layers of blindness. Transform my thoughts and emotions into fuel for that inner fire which will dispel the darkness of my night, which will help me to see more clearly the embers of love and hope and possibility that dwell within me. I long to be filled with renewed energy and strength to thrust new life into the wings of my rebirth. Fragile fragments of my life, the ingredients of the alchemist's hand, creating a new energetic substance to course through my veins, the womb of my becoming has been one of struggle and transformation. I was never meant to remain in this confinement of darkness. I was created to dwell in the infinite light. To the weaver of molecules, the spinner of stars, the impulse that gives birth to the universe, to the earth, to me, to you. The deepest darkness night of my wintered soul, I shall look through the window of my experience, my expectant eyes, source of all being, waiting as I do for the alchemist's hand. Create within me the change that is necessary for the season of my rebirth. Never meant to remain in this confinement of darkness. I was created to dwell in the infinite light. Spring will come again. This I know. I will be ready for my emergence and unfolding, that I might soar even higher to my own becoming, to the light of my own transcendence. Reawakened, renewed, reborn, say together, Amen. What could be more important right now? Looking toward the light. Sometimes light can be hard to find, especially as the nights get longer. Grief, pain, loss, negative news cycles. But light like water only needs to crack, a simple crack to seep through. Cracks created within us tonight be wide enough to let the light flow in. Our hearts, our minds, our bodies, that you might hold that light, keeping it with you as we leave this community this evening. Thank you. Thank you all for joining in the service tonight. You may, if you wish, sit in the pew a little bit longer, even as Barbara and I step away. If you wish time to rest, to reflect, feel, to think before you leave this evening's service. Barbara and I will be in the lobby and certainly available if anyone wishes.